being brought in. It's 450 days since he played the last ODI. No list A games for him. That's back in November 2023 that he played a 50-over game.
Well, this extra pace of Haris Rauf might work in the favour of Williamson. He's still looking to find that timing. Extra pace might help him.
So this probably will be the ideal time and a very crucial time for Williamson. After, well, a year and a quarter, he's playing an ODI. Get his eye in before the ICC Champions Trophy. Oh, trouble here. Direct hit would be gone.
Sold his partner down the river, didn't he? A good effort from Babar Azam. Attacked the ball. He thought there was a run available. Decided at the wrong time, which was very late. One has to say, Daryl Mitchell should consider himself very lucky there, because Babar Azam couldn't find the target. A wry smile was brought in his face.
Oh, great shot. Got some timing going. Just a single. Yeah, just that opportunity of a run out. I mean, just seems like it comes with the territory. When you're indecisive, you're looking to get on the other side, get a single going. Clearly, Williamson called his partner for a single and then aborted.
Yeah, he realized Babar was alert and sharp and decided against it. That could have been too late.
Good crowds picking up. You can see it in the background here in this brand new facility. The stands have been redone, and it's a weekend. Weather's not that bad. Pleasant sun. Look at that. Just love it. Every time you come to this part of Pakistan, they come in big numbers to support cricket in every game. Again, a quick one. This time it was Mitchell's call.
Yeah, no stuttering on that occasion. Early call was made. Partner responded. A run added. Just suggesting to Kane Williamson. Yeah, the ball is sliding onto the bat now. You can afford to hit through the line.
End of the over. It's 54 for 2.
Peak Frames Original Sandwich. Originals are forever.
तो हो जाए पाकिस्तान के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और का।
दिल पाकिस्तानी होगा, ये तो होगा क्योंकि कोला नेक्स्ट पाकिस्तान।
Oh yes, खुदी शाबाश।
So yeah, we've been talking about how much cricket is there lined up this year. West Indies just left. 5 more bilateral series are lined up. And the Champions Trophy, of course. And the Pakistan Super League. but 5 bilaterals now in the year after West Indies.
Well done.
And away from home, Pakistan had a good time. 3-0 against South Africa. Performed well against Australia in Australia. And there are lots of players who've played that integral role in horses for courses kind of conditions. You expect quicker bowlers to have a say in Australia and in South Africa. Haris Rauf was one of them who did very well in those overs from 11 to 25. He ended up getting 7 wickets in, say, a complete 22 overs between the two countries, South Africa and Australia. So when the roles are defined and you understand your job in that 11, that really works well for the team.
Yeah, you need to have good follow-up bowlers. They can really make a difference. And today, already, Abrar has made the difference by removing the danger man. Ravindra, who was looking $1 million out there in the middle, was timing the ball beautifully.
खेला ये शाबाश ठीक देखो बोलो हाँ
It'll more be about pushing the ball around now with the field opening up. More singles will be seen. 3 in the over. Use of feet has worked. 14 overs have been bowled. It's 58 for 2.
जीरा प्लस चाय के साथ पेश करके तो देखो, यही है गुफ्तगू का प्लस। जीरे का जायका लिए हमारी बातों सा खस्ता जीरा प्लस।
स्टेडियम का जोश, स्क्रीन पे लाइव, शॉप की फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग के साथ एंजॉय करो आईसीसी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी का हर लम्हा, वो भी बिना किसी सब्सक्रिप्शन चार्जेस के। शॉप तो लगेगा। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
Pakistan's best-selling hybrids. Apple.
For 2. It's been a bit of a struggle for New Zealand. In Williamson, 24 of 47. With the offside, just a single. Pakistan have been good. New Zealand winning the toss, batting first. A wicket for Shaheen Shah Afridi, a wicket for Abrar. But importantly, Pakistan have not leaked runs. Might be a pitch where the ball's not really coming on that much, but Sana, it's been tough for New Zealand so far.
Makan berani PCB yang saya dah tempoh. Hah?
Apa khabar tu?
Jadi PCB bosah tu.
Bagus bawa tu.
Aku mati ni dah kumaja makan berani ni. Ah.
Kau khabar gua. Gua sama kau bukan nak bunuh kau.
क्या बोल रहा है ये जनाब? क्या बोला इसने? इसने क्या बोला?
बोलते इसको डब्बा दे रहा हूँ।
पेट्रोल का?
हाँ, अच्छा है।
चौध आदमी है।
Sana is happy, but yeah, absolutely spot on. Got him into the game very early. Again, tight lines, tight lengths. Osaka Batteries, like and follow Osaka Batteries Facebook and Instagram page, answer simple questions and get chances to win Osaka tubular battery and exciting prizes. Maestro being very straight, very stump to stump, and few occasions Williamson has gestured that the ball's just maybe keeping low. He's still not in sync with the pace and bounce of the pitch. Striking under 50.
Excellent line and length. We are talking about staying within the stumps and that difficult length where the batter is not fully able to go onto the back foot or the front foot. Testing lengths there from Pakistan bowlers. They are fresh. Most of the work in the test matches were done by the spinners, so the fast bowlers are fresh, ready to go.
Okay, Haris Rauf very straight, very controlled over from Haris Rauf. And after 15, it's 60 for 2 and time for drinks.
This drink break is brought to you by
After 15, it's 60 for 2 and time for drinks.
Peak Frames Original Sandwich. Originals are forever.
स्टेडियम का जोश स्क्रीन पे लाइव शॉक की फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग के साथ एंजॉय करो आईसीसी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी का हर लम्हा, वो भी बिना किसी सब्सक्रिप्शन चार्जेस के। शॉक तो लगेगा। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
चाय बन गई। चाय।
Peak Frames Original Sandwich. Originals are forever.
Pakistan's best-selling hybrids. जीरा प्लस चाय के साथ पेश करके तो देखो, यही है गुफ्तगू का प्लस। जीरे का जायका लिए हमारी बातों से खस्ता जीरा प्लस।
स्टेडियम का जोश स्क्रीन पे लाइव शॉक की फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग के साथ एंजॉय करो आईसीसी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी का हर लम्हा, वो भी बिना किसी सब्सक्रिप्शन चार्जेस के। शॉक तो लगेगा। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
Peak Frames Original Sandwich. Originals are forever.
जीरा प्लस चाय के साथ पेश करके तो देखो, यही है गुफ्तगू का प्लस। जीरे का जायका लिए हमारी बातों से खस्ता जीरा प्लस। Pakistan's best-selling hybrids.
स्टेडियम का जोश स्क्रीन पे लाइव शॉक की फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग के साथ एंजॉय करो आईसीसी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी का हर लम्हा, वो भी बिना किसी सब्सक्रिप्शन चार्जेस के। शॉक तो लगेगा। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
दिल पाकिस्तानी होगा, ये तो होगा क्योंकि कोला नेक्स्ट पाकिस्तान।
जीरा प्लस चाय के साथ पेश करके तो देखो, यही है गुफ्तगू का प्लस। जीरे का जायका लिए हमारी बातों से खस्ता जीरा प्लस। Pakistan's best-selling hybrids.
It's the rest. First over, first wicket for Shaheen Shah Afridi. It was set up nicely, it edged. One that gone to third for a boundary, then the edge went straight to the keeper. And as always, Shaheen Shah Afridi struck and then Abrar. Just a little flick which came on slowly, too early with the closing of the pace from Ravindra. And the celebration.
Please, thank you.
Pakistan not really letting New Zealand get away at all. Darren Mitchell. Just with these New Zealand batters, it just seems as if maybe the ball is staying low.
Especially this one, if you see, he went onto the back foot, but it skidded and was a bit low.
And it's been a struggle in that way. There's no been Williamson or Darren Mitchell with the stroke play, and yet been able to come to terms with the ball skidding low and not really arriving onto the bat so far. Short one again, just seems as if it's a low bounce pitch.
Not sure if Ibrar wanted to hit that length. He has been pretty good, generally offering it a bit.
तो हो गए भैंस जोत पूरे फिर
यार 1300 रुपए दे 50 मैंने
यार 50 छोड़ो 150 रुपए आपको मैंने दे दिया ना।
अच्छा 150
और 150 तूने बोला इससे मैंने लूंगा।
नहीं मैंने नहीं बोला, ये गलत बात नहीं करो। तुमने इसको बोला कि दो
1000 रुपए इसने आपको दिया?
नहीं आपने दिया।
आपने अपने हाथ से दिए थे, मैंने आपको दिया।
Player of his class, once he gets going, he can be danger to any team, but at the moment taking his time because there was an early wicket, like you said in the first over. He will be the key, both these players, Williamson and Darren Mitchell.
Is 3 off that Abrar over is 63 for 2.
आप जहां भी हो, जो भी ऑर्डर करें, फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा। Pakistan's best-selling hybrids.
दिल पाकिस्तानी होगा।
तुमने बोला इसने बोला 10,000 तुम्हारे को दिए, 5,000 मेरे को दिए, ठीक है। बाकी वो जो थे हाँ दिए मेरे सामने दिए।
In the air, almost. Again, the ball sticking in the pitch.
You see the history in Gaddafi Stadium. Generally, teams are looking at scoring 300, but at the moment, not understanding the pace and the bounce of the pitch. This one sticking. Half a chance. Darren Mitchell, he must be happy he survived that.
Goes shorter, and she's managed well. On the surface where the ball's not really coming onto the bat, you just need to be back of a length and attack the stumps, which Pakistan, especially the fast bowlers, have done well. Be interesting how the pitch develops throughout the day. As the temperature drops, the lights come on. Normally, the ball just skids onto the bat slightly better, but we'll have to wait and see for that. At the moment, Pakistan seem to be on top.
Do you maybe a factor? Were you surprised with the decision of New Zealand at the toss?
Yeah, it was interesting. I did pose the question to him, but Satna was very happy batting first. He's got so much option in terms of spin bowling and all-round ability with the ball that if they can get a decent score, New Zealand feel that they're always in the game. But yes, normally you think in Lahore with a surface like this or just any surface, you want to chase. Into the offside. Williamson will just get one. Ruafza, a sip to cool off. Keeps you hydrated, keeps refreshed. Plenty of people. Crises has returned. Gaddafi Stadium looking picturesque. And Haris Rauf just concentrating back of a lane.
A very good spell so far, just 7 runs given, almost third over completed. And that is exactly what you want your fast bowler who's bowling in the middle to deliver. New Zealand under pressure. Fans are enjoying this new stadium, Gaddafi Stadium. Has definitely increased the experience for the fans. That grill is out. You can now see more clearly onto the field. The connection between players and crowd can be a bit closer, more clearer.
Nicely hit through the offside, but protection. Another decent over from Haris Rauf, just 4 off, 67 for 2.
जीरा प्लस चाय के साथ पेश करके तो देखो, यही है गुफ्तगू का प्लस, जीरे का जायका नहीं, बातों से खास्ता जीरा प्लस। Pakistan's best summer markets.
Original sandwich. Originals are forever.
कौन बोलता है मैं भेड़ में पढ़ा लिखा हूँ भाई कौन बोलता है कि मैं आदमी पढ़ा लिखा नहीं खुदा की कसम में पढ़ा लिखा नहीं किया अल्लाह की कसम बोल रहा हूँ पढ़ना लिखना होता है तो स्कूल में बता जाता है रात में असद बैठा हुआ था असद था अहमद था वो था ये
Induction into Tri-Series and the Champions Trophy. Rizwan uses him a lot in the HPL PSL with his left arm spin. To the onside, he wants to. Will get to. It just seems as if it's a pitch where you have to graft, so running between the wickets vital.
Both these batters looking good against spin, using the feet well. Talk about running between the wickets. From the word go, Williamson was interested in the second.
Who still shouldn't mind the surface, though, just keeping the tag low, so he's got a larger margin for error. What you don't want to be doing is pitch the ball up. Let the surface do its work, and maybe you can go back of a length as a spinner too on a surface which is just skidding on and staying slightly low. That's probably the perfect length.
Yes, you're right. He's still bowling on the surface because he doesn't have a very high arm release. He's more a bowler that brings side on, more like an arm ball delivery, and that if the ball is still low, he becomes even more dangerous if he's bowling within the stumps. And Mohammad Rizwan is very comfortable using him, as you mentioned. Good trust between the two.
Just simplifies things here right now. Just bowl as close to the onside. There will be a couple of runs into the gap. It is maybe a third on offer, yes. Come back for the third. And it is a very good over for New Zealand. 95 for 2.
दिल पाकिस्तानी होगा ये तो होगा बोला नेक्स्ट पाकिस्तान
एंजॉय करो आईसीसी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी का हर लम्हा, वो भी बिना किसी सब्सक्रिप्शन चार्जेस के। शौक तो लगेगा। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
तो हो जाए पाकिस्तान के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक बस्ता।
Pakistan's best-selling hybrids.
This couple of overs has been Darren Mitchell with a huge 6, of course, still also a boundary down the ground. Naseem Shah back in the attack. Last 2 overs, 23 runs. Darren Mitchell goes and does well, just gets it over mid-on. And he gets another boundary down the ground.
The intention is clear. He's going to take the attack onto the bowlers now. Again, wanted to go down. This time, the bat rotated in the hand, but enough connection to get the ball over that fielder on mid-on. Flourish of boundaries now for New Zealand.
The field set, there's always the opportunity if you can get good connection down the ground. Mid-off and mid-on circle, inside the circle, station. Brilliant hit, length provided and dispatched. Darren Mitchell on a roll. New Zealand get to 100.
Excellent batting there by Darren Mitchell. He wanted Naseem Shah to go after him, using the depth of the crease, moved back, created that length and then back straight down the ground once again. This time 76 meters. Excellent batting, putting the pressure back onto the Pakistan bowlers. For the first time now, the bowlers are under pressure.
This one now does change the field. He's having an animated conversation from his position with Naseem Shah. Now there's a change in field. Third comes up. Mid-on goes to a long on. Nicely into the offside, but there's certainly a change of strategy from Darren Mitchell. He has made sure that he's connected down the ground and put pressure back, and now I think a bit more flow to the innings.
And he selected the bowler well. Khushdil Shah going away for 17 in 2 overs. He's coming back into the squad for after a long time, and Darren Mitchell making sure he takes the attack to him. The choice of selecting the bowler, that's really good.
$106 for 2.
Peak Frames Original Sandwich. Originals are forever.
आप जहां भी हो, जो भी ऑर्डर करें, फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
Original Sandwich. Originals are forever.
उसकी तो वैक्सीन लाजमी होनी चाहिए। अच्छा तुमने नहीं बताया।
Pakistan's best-selling hybrids.
A quicker second 50 there. Moving along well, 106 for 2. And the last 3 overs have gone over 10 and over, 34. So they're just pressing with a foot on that pedal now. 68 this partnership, and it's looking good. And as we discussed earlier, that's the Mitchell has a liking towards Pakistan bowling attack. He gets a lot of runs against them. Mitchell has scored 40 or more twice versus Pakistan on both occasions. We discussed this earlier. If you just joined us, that he's played 8 innings before this against Pakistan, 7 of them in Pakistan. He's got an average of 50. And the 200s are in that. Well, Vlad here, once again, I didn't get the opportunity. Welcome to Pakistan.
Afternoon, Takanda. Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to be back in the cricketing side of things. This time behind the microphone. Previously bowling consultant, but it's good to see that the vast majority of the boys are still involved playing for Pakistan. Yeah, this is real smart play from Mitchell. I think the ability to identify that what is normally gone as a dead period in cricket, he's taken to it as an attacking option. Very often, from a bowling perspective, we expect things to unfold a certain way, but he's identified it as an opportunity to score and to be a little bit more aggressive.
That's a good ball to end the over. 108 for 2.
स्क्रीन पे लाइव शॉप की फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग के साथ एंजॉय करो आईसीसी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी का हर लम्हा, वो भी बिना किसी सब्सक्रिप्शन चार्जेस के। शॉप तो लगेगा। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
Peak Frames Original Sandwich. Originals are forever.
पाकिस्तान के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और का।
Pakistan have featured 5 of them. We were talking about this a while ago, that the role definition of each bowler. What are you looking for out of them as a captain? And Rauf has been so integral in those mid-overs, in that first, second change against South Africa, in South Africa, and against Australia, in Australia. He just shared that numbers that he bowled 22 overs overall in that and took 7 wickets. That's been the feature here, using the feet, coming down and meeting the ball early. It was against the spinners more, but you can clearly see how they are now trying to accelerate and looking for more boundaries.
The one thing that has been impressive about Mitchell, as well as Kane Williamson, is the areas that which they are targeting at the moment. They're looking to hit the bowler straight down the ground. Yes, it might have been airborne for a little while, but he's picked the gap. But there's certainly a bit of communication between the two batters to up the ante a little bit.
You were talking about you being the bowling consultant not so long ago, and the fast bowlers, and you saw them back then and now. You see, I shouldn't use the word improvements, but what are the different things that you noticed about them this time around? Like Shaheen, not trying to angle everything in, he's trying to go with that straight angle which worked for him against the right-handers.
Yeah, I was a massive fan of that in-swinging delivery from Shaheen Shah Afridi. I think the one thing that really stood out about working with him was the consistency. I think that was the only area which he lacked in. But there's so much in terms of natural attributes to work with. And I think the only thing for me with the Shaheen Shah Afridi was that control. I think also the way that he trained, perhaps overtrained from time to time. Where sometimes you get into the match and he was a little bit below par in terms of energy. But it's good to see him refreshed. He's gone away, taking a bit of time away from the game to work on his fitness, to work on bowling those spells. 50 over cricket, of course, it's not just 4 overs, so you've got to bowl longer spells. He's had a good start to this match so far. But I think just an overall observation from the Pakistan team's perspective, I'm a massive fan that whilst they've got natural pace, it's the skill set that you need to wonder about and to work on. This is how he's gone this morning. If you look at his first over, the one that just angled across the right-handed Young. It was an excellent length. He's an opening batter, you know, and you are aware of the one coming back, so you are almost forced to play that.
Talking about that fast bowlers, Naresh Rao, did you ever work on that extra foot and a half that he leaves behind in the popping crease? Must have had a chat about that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think for him personally, it was a massive concern that he would be too tight on that line, and he was always so aware of bowling no balls that he said, "Coach, just leave me. I'm comfortable, being a foot behind the line." But yeah, you certainly feel that if he can get it right, he can get an extra yard of pace. Not that he's not generating enough pace at the moment. But it's a wonderful pace unit to work with. At the end of 23, New Zealand 115 for 2.
आप जहां भी हो, जो भी ऑर्डर करें, फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
Peak Frames Original Sandwich. Originals are forever.
दिल पाकिस्तानी होगा, ये तो होगा क्योंकि कोला नेक्स्ट पाकिस्तान।
Pakistan's best-selling hybrids.
Good average speed. Maintaining it around 40. That's another option. Hasnain has come back. Did a small stint in England, one of those pace schools. Worked on his run-up. He's also express fast. Has been injury prone and hasn't been able to find that permanent spot at the 11. And it is tough at times when you've got Naseem, Shaheen, Haris regularly featuring to make inroads into the 11 with that pace attack available.
Yeah, I think a look at the pace attack that South Africa has had. We've also had a guy like Carl Abbott missing out for a long period of time, which is excellent for South Africa. But from time to time, it is difficult, and especially when you're injury prone as well. Hasnain, like you said, he's got a wonderful ability to swing that new ball away from the right-hander. But the pace, that is what we can't teach any bowler. And there's this natural pace on offer from a Pakistan point of view. It's always breaking it down for these guys and making them understand what's going to make you effective in the various conditions that you're going to